Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're here at the ITU World Triathlon Championships in beautiful Chicago, right along the lakefront. We are presented by Epson, and you're watching us on Triathlete.com. My next guest, Mr. Tommy Zaferes, who at this point isn't even sure if he's racing or not.
Yeah, I'll find out at race briefing in just a second, which is at 4:30, and I think it's 4:15. So
that's got to be a little crazy, right? Because you got all your gear, you got your bike, you got all your stuff, but you don't know.
Well, as the season has been going, I kind of haven't been planning on racing these races.
Yeah.
I'm just coming to support my wife, Katie Zaferes, and
who's number 2 in the world, by the way.
Yeah, so she's killing it, and so my number one goal is to just be there for her.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep my name on the start list just in case somebody gets sick or somebody pulls off at the last minute, and then I'll race. So that's what happened in Rio.
So talk a little bit about Rio. You're on the plane, you're going down there. When did you find out you were going to be racing?
So I had a layover in New York, and on my layover, I turned my phone back on off airplane mode, and it just bloop, 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 blowing up.
You're racing.
Yeah, all these people, I saw you on the start list, you're on the start list. And so I was like, oh, wow, all right. So halfway through the trip, basically, I found out I was racing, and
Were you nervous, or is it almost sort of cool that you find out?
It's even better, actually, because there's no pressure. It's like, it's not like, at the beginning of the season, it was a goal, and then I decided to semi-retire. Wrote a blog about it that all the races I needed to do to qualify for the Olympics or get into these races were all hot races, and I had a heat stroke and stuff in Dallas, and I don't do well in hot races, so I wasn't really focusing on qualifying for the Olympics anymore. I was still planning on racing, but just colder weather races. And the only reason I put my name on the list is because I went to support Katie.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, if I get on the list, it's just going to be kind of for fun. And so that's what happened with Rio. I got on the start list and
had a great race.
And had a really good race. I came out of the water in the lead group and just kind of sat in on the bike, saved energy, and found myself running in the top 5 for 5K. And then I was in qualifying for the Olympics contention.
If you were top 8, right? You made the Olympic team.
There. So I was running in 7th for 7K, and then I ended up getting passed by 2 more people, so I was in 9th, and I was like, oh, if I just hold on, maybe one will fade. But then I ended up just getting passed by a group of 4 or 5 people, and then there was no points, there was no prize money. It was really hot there, so I was like, okay, there's no real reason to push it really hard. And all the USA Triathlon coaches were around, and I was supposed to give them thumbs up every time I ran by because nobody wants me to overheat again.
Yes.
And so I basically just jogged it in, lost tons of places. I finished 27th there.
So you finished 27th,
still
but
third
at 7K,
American.
at 7K, you're basically on the Olympic team.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's 10K, so I wouldn't.
Yeah. So you mentioned the heat stroke, and last year in Texas, that was pretty scary. I mean, you could say just heat stroke, but how scary was that for you?
So it wasn't very scary for me because I don't remember. I don't remember any of it. Yeah, but from the stories that my parents and Katie and how it affected everybody, it was extremely scary.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have any memory for over a week. I couldn't remember anything. I would just tell you the exact same story. I would just tell you the exact same story. I would just tell you,
So when Katie got there, you didn't recognize her?
Everything, my long-term memory was fine.
Yes.
But my short-term memory was completely gone. No short-term memory
whatsoever. You remember going to the race or any of that stuff?
No, I don't remember
what
happened during the race. Yeah.
It's probably good. So have you tried, I noticed the races Hamburg, Stockholm, not necessarily hot pockets.
No, yeah, those are the ones. So in Hamburg, they have the World Triathlon Team Relay, the World Championships, and that's the race that I've really wanted to do. I like the super sprint stuff, and I really like racing for the United States, and so I wanted to be part of a team. That's cool. So I tried really hard to get on that team, and then to get on that team, they picked the team based on the results for the actual race. So I actually made the actual race, and then ended up I finished 24th, I think, there, and was the top American, and so I was on the Team Relay, and that's what I wanted to do, and so I was pretty happy with that.
So we look at the American women, rank 1, 2, 3 in the world.
Amazing,
right? And when we look at Katie, first of all, did you have a sense going into this year that this was going to be a breakout season just from the way she was training?
I didn't have a really sense, and it wasn't even surprising when it happened. Since I see her 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we train with the same coach, train with the same squad, we're doing everything together. So in my mind, I was like, yeah, this is normal. this is what she should be doing. Like, she's insane in training. She works so hard. She's so focused. Like, all the results that were coming, it's like, yeah. So,
she deserves that. That's
yeah,
what it should be.
so, like, honestly, it wasn't even a shock. Like, oh, wow, what an amazing result. It was like, oh, yeah, that's good. She deserves that.
So knowing that you were just on the Olympic course and had really a great race till 7K the run, you got to be thinking, if I can get there, I can be a factor. But at the same time, it can be hot. And you're, like you said, the heat's been a problem for you.
Yeah, so that was the thing. The water was nice and cool.
Yeah.
And so that helps keep my core temperature down. And the bike, you have all the wind going and you're going through the buildings. There's shade and stuff. On the run, there's no shade. It's just heat. And so if I like... At the beginning of the year, I also wanted to be a domestique if we have somebody that can run for medal contention, because, like I said, I love racing for the U.S., and I believe my skill set would help benefit somebody that could run for medals. But the way the qualification works, we'd have to have somebody that can outrun Gomez and the Brownlees, you know, to be able for the USA Triathlon. If nobody qualified outright, to give a spot to somebody like me. So pretty much, like I said at the beginning of the season, like it wasn't even in my mind that I was going for the Olympics anymore. Right. It just kind of happened and was kind of there for a second, but then it's like back to the original.
Now, do you see yourself as somebody, when we talk about the Olympic non-drafting and then you talk about 70.3, the fact that you have heat issues, but sometimes the heat issues, it's because you're going so hard. When you're going longer, you wouldn't necessarily be going as hard. Do you see yourself as someone who could handle those longer distances, or do you feel that, you know what, with this heat thing, Olympics about as far as I want to go?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question. I've never done a 70.3 Olympic distance is the longest that I've done. And whether or not the heat would affect me on the run for that longer distance, I don't know.
Right.
Most likely it would. I would have a feeling I'd have to stick to the colder races.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm sure I'm going to try a 70.3 at some point. Right now, like Ironman and stuff, that's not really on my radar.
Right.
Focusing on Katie and making sure that she has everything that she needs. She doesn't really need me, but I like to be there for her. But,
well, she needs you.
Yeah.
So for a weekend like this, where she's ranked number 2 in the world and would obviously love to win the World Championships, what is your role this week? Super domestique?
No. Basically, she likes to have me there for after the race. So whether things go well, she wants me there to be able to celebrate, and if things don't go well, she wants me there to be able to console her. And,
right.
So that was basically why I was going to Rio, and so that's I'm just here to do what I do, and she's going to do what she does, but it helps her. If she needs something, I'll be there. And most like when we're back at the hotel, I just let her do her thing. And like today I raced a Aquathlon Worlds, and so I was gone. I didn't really see her, and but then she texted me and was like, hey, can you go on a bike ride with me today? So like right after Aquathlon, I just left all my stuff there and went with her on a bike ride, which was really nice. And so I won't talk to her or bring subjects up. I just wait for her, and she'll talk to me if she wants to. And we figured out a nice compromise between stuff. And
you shut up until she says something.
Exactly.
Love it. Hey, Tommy, it was great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks.
And hopefully we'll see you on the starting line. You never know.
We'll see in 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes, we'll know if Tommy Zaferes is racing.
Yeah.
Again, this is Breakfast with Bob. We're here at the ITU World Triathlon Championships in beautiful Chicago. Again, we're brought to you by Epson, and you can check us out on Triathlete.com. Hold on, everyone. We will be right back.